First, I'd like to give a shout out to two people. One, to Sherman Marshall for sending me this story, and two, a shout out to True Royal Family, because she's definitely been keeping up with this story way more than I have. Like I said, I get so many stories all the time that I don't get a chance to keep up with all of them, but I have been following the story, even though I didn't do any commentary on it until now. But to give you a little backstory, there was this shooting. I guess you can throw it in the category of a mass shooting because multiple people were shot, where you had this gunman, or as I like to call him, a terrorist, because we know mainstream media ain't gonna call him that, who went on a rampage and shot 7 officers. One of the officers that he shot was black, and this black officer was the one that died. What you're looking at right now is the picture of the terrorist that committed the shootings, and his name is Fred Hopkins, and he's 74 years old, and they say he's a Vietnam vet and a competitive marksman, according to him. That's what he said. But let me go ahead and read this article coming from the Charlotte Observer. It says, the South Carolina man who is accused of shooting 7 law enforcement officers, killing one of them, has been identified as 74-year-old Fred Hopkins, who was being held by authorities Thursday evening but not charged. Hold on. So this man shot 7 officers, killed one of them. He got detained alive, but they said that he hasn't been charged. This has white privilege written all over it. It started when they detained him alive. Hopkins, who lived at the site of the shootings, was in custody and being hospitalized for a head injury, according to TV station WNBF. Florence County Deputy Chief Glenn Kirby said law enforcement officers have not spoken with Hopkins because of multiple health issues, the TV station reported. Well, who cares about his health issues? According to South Carolina Judicial Department records, Hopkins is a lawyer who was disbarred. The Greenville News reported he wrongfully collected $18,000 in attorney fees and was disbarred in 1984. So this guy has a history of just being a straight up crook. Court records show in 2014, Hopkins was charged with public disorderly conduct, according to the Associated Press. Records also show that he had criminal charges brought against him in 2015 for not paying a court-ordered fine. A jury found him guilty of not paying a fine in 2017. Records also show. Divorce records show Fred Hopkins served in the Vietnam War. He was injured in his time overseas and received military disability, according to court filings. So this guy is just a thug through and through. Hopkins described himself on Facebook as a competitive marksman, reported the Associated Press, and he shared photos of himself with an M14 rifle at a firing range, set up exactly like the one I used in Vietnam in 69 and 1970. He posted on his 70th birthday about shooting competitively since 1984 and loving it. Hopkins is married to attorney Cheryl Turner Hopkins, the New York Daily News reported. Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott, whose department is leading the investigation, said the suspect is in custody, but investigators aren't to the point where they are ready to file charges. So wait a minute. They have the guy in custody. It's like he shot 7 officers, killed one of them, and you're not ready to press charges yet. Then that will make you question, why are you being held there if you're not going to charge them with anything? Florence police officer Terrence Caraway was among the 7 law enforcement officers shot. Caraway died from his injuries. He was a retired technical sergeant with the 315th Airlift Wing based in North Charleston. I would not be surprised in the least bit if this man walks. Ironically, the one officer that he killed happened to be black. But still, the fact that they took him in alive, that's all we needed to know. And the fact that they haven't charged him yet with anything, that's all we need to know too. So he might as well get ready to celebrate early. I'll be pleasantly surprised if he actually walks away from this. I would be. I'm sorry, if he doesn't walk away, from this. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The link to the article as well as the PayPal, email, and Patreon will be in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.